Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome on the Culture News. My name is David SERERO, and I have the privilege today to have over the phone a fantastic lady. Her name is NICOLE JACEK. She's German from origin. She's an award-winning graphic designer. If you would know her references, you're going to die. She's like done the big stuff. She's also the founder of the Venice Beach-based design studio called NJLA, which is a small shop that opened in May 2013. And also she's going to talk to us about the ADC Young Guns Awards. My dear Nicole, how are you today?
Hey, David. I'm really good. Thank you so much for having me.
My dear Nicole, it is a pleasure and it is an honor to have you on the phone. You are so creative, and not only you have this creativity, intelligence, but you have also this business knowledge. And I always love when people have both a mind and what I mean by business is also this the desire to do things, to create things, and to expand your art. So really, congratulations for your career. Congratulations on all the wonderful things that you have done. So, my dear Nicole.
Thank you.
My pleasure, my dear. My dear Nicole, tell us, for the few people who don't know you, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where did you grow up, and what brought you to become a designer, and what brought you today to do this ADC Young Guns Award?
It's pretty simple. I grew up in Germany, in a little village called Poppenweiler. I translate that for you, but you probably have to beep that. It translates to fuckville, which is pretty great to be labeled from the start. Yeah, I grew up there and went to school there, to university there, studied graphic design. My first job was in the UK for the Designers Republic, who at that time was the most copied design studio in the world. They became famous for working with Warp Records and a lot of artists, musical artists, and Wipeout, the PlayStation game. So that was my first job starting out as a designer and then art director. And then I went back to New York to work for a design studio there, and then, eventually got married, moved to LA, and started my own studio.
Wow.
This is how I started. But I wasn't, to answer your question about how I got into design, that wasn't planned.
Oh, that just happened.
That just happened.
The best artist, when it was not planned, when they didn't say, I have to become a singer. No, they were just born, I'm a singer, So that's also so beautiful. Well, I'm glad you got married and it brought you to LA. So sometimes marriage can bring good things, right?
Well, yeah. Yes and no. No. I'm just kidding. It's all good. No, it's fantastic. It's actually a good thing. It's a good thing.
I like how you said, well, that would be a classic. That is definitely wonderful.
Yeah, she's gonna kill me by saying this.
No, she will
good.
Love you. Don't worry. I'm sure she loves you. So tell us about the ADC Young Guns Award. What is your mission in these awards? What do you want to bring? What do you want to showcase in these awards?
Let me quickly just give you a quick overview from where this is coming from. The ADC Young Guns is an award show, and it started out in 1996, I believe.
Wow.
And, it started out as a curated program that shows the best creative talent under 30, but just New York based. So agencies and design studios could see, oh, these are the best guys, I want to hire them. So that was the primary reason for it to exist in the first place. Then it has been taken into a traditional award show model, right? Where you pay a fee and upload your portfolio, and then somebody's judging your work, and then you're either in or out. This is what it used to be for a very long time, up until this year, where we have been working on this now for over a year now to transform it and go back into a curated program So basically what we are now or trying to do is to build a club, a Young Guns club, with the members being the best creative talent around the world under 30.
Wow.
But curated. So it's not an award show anymore. It's no competition anymore. It's a curation of talent by the most interesting cultural influencers in the world. So this year we had Kim Hastreiter from Paper Magazine, the editor-in-chief, Gail Bickler from the New York Times. We had Paolo Antonelli from MoMA.
Wow.
We had Jonathan Levine, the founder of Master and Dynamic, John Maeda, Timothy Nordwind of OK Go. So we had 40 amazing influencers that.
That's a good,
Yeah, it's a really interesting group, like 40 amazing people, and they were terrific. They were all nominating up to 5 people, and they went into a pool for the judges, and some ADC members could submit their projects too. And then we were judging by the fact that who do we want to be part of this club. So you have to be talented is one thing, and the other thing is that is very important to us is kindness.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So you can be amazing, but if you're an asshole, then we're not interested in you.
Yeah.
But like the idea really is to build a valuable ongoing platform for every member of this club by creating like creative stimulating experiences, like, you know, all sorts of events, dinners, lectures, screenings, allowing for serendipitous moments to happen amongst those interesting people who actually are moving the needle from a cultural, creative perspective. So this is what we wanted to do: have the best people in one room, and, you know, create those serendipitous moments for them to go off and make amazing things happen. This is what we want to do, because there's no place for them. There's no place
I agree with
for creatives to do those things. There is no such thing like a club, like a real club with members, and you can only become part if you have been nominated. So this is what we're building, and this is the first year where we actually started out with this.
Well, congratulations. I love what you said about, you know, kindness, because I always say that in when an artist creates something, we can see his personality, right? When we see a Van Gogh, we can tell this guy has been suffering. You know?
Hell yes.
So you know, and I always say, I remember I had a voice teacher who told me, you know, look, singing is very easy. If you're a good guy, you will have a good voice. If you're a bad guy, you will have a bad voice. So, I'm very glad that you saying this, because this is totally true. You know, because a lot of artists, you know, sometimes they don't make it, not because of their art, but because of their own personality. You know, and I always tell them, guys, you are your own enemies. You know.
No,
so
it's true. It's so true.
Yeah, I'm so glad you brought that up. That's wonderful, and I tell you another compliment, that you're such a wonderful person inside and on the outside.
Oh my God, you're so sweet.
We can say, you know, we can see definitely on your art, and no wonder that you did all that wonderful career, and as we always said, the best is yet to come. So, and talking about the best is yet to come, what are you doing next? So you have this wonderful ADC Young Guns that you're definitely bringing to another level. I mean, let's face it, you know. And plus you have your fantastic shop, which opened just like 3 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So tell us, what is next for you? What do you want to do next? What are your next goals?
My next goals. So I feel like I'm insanely occupied with Young Guns, because that's something I'm very, very passionate about, and I'm loving this, because it's not like this traditional work that I would be doing as a graphic designer, besides the fact that the creative industry is really changing, and it's not about like, hey, make something pretty. It's really about generating content, creating experiences. So the Young Guns thing is actually a perfect experiment, actually, for myself.
Yeah.
to pull something off that matters, and it's eating up a lot of my time. It probably will eat up of my like a lot of my time for the next year or so. That's one thing. The other thing that we're doing, well, it's funny. Everything is related to the ADC. That's kind of sad.
Because you bring all your talents into it, so it's all connected. But I wanted to ask you. You said something very interesting. You said the industry is changing, and I think since people have eyes, I think there's never been a time in their history where everything has become so much visual. Even like music became visual, with not with artworks. People used to put just their pictures and their names on it. But now they want to be very creative also on a visual point of view. And I think there's never been that much work for a graphic designer, I think, since the job was created.
Totally.
So tell us a little bit about this.
It's funny because it seems like there is no such thing anymore as like one specific trade. It's like everybody is like a hybrid of something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody is like becoming really good in multiple things, and then they go off. I mean, look at to talk about music, I mean, look at Kanye, look at Lady Gaga, look at FK Twigs. All these people are not just being defined by their music, but the entire experience that they're creating. That is very visual, and that is something that becomes a problem in the graphic design world a lot, because that used to be really just about a craft. Just one thing, but that is not what is really needed anymore. It's like about thinking and doing both of the things at the same time. So it's an interesting world we're heading into. No one really understands where this is going, which is great, and at the same time really, really scary. But it gives everybody the chance to reinvent themselves and try something new. So for myself, that is definitely Young Guns is one of the things, because there's so many things that are going on besides the award shows. We're throwing all those events. We're doing a book, and we created a vinyl record with Jaja Technique, which is essentially the DJ set of OK Go, Timothy Nordvent and Dan Konopka, plus a young rapper called Psycho Flower. So we created a record with them specifically for Young Guns, and this is going to launch end of this year, and it's going to be accompanied by a book that showcases a lot of interviews and interesting content about all those new Young Guns that we're having. I mean, they're amazing, amazing people, really interesting guys from all over the place.
I'm going to buy that book, Nicole. I'm going to
I hope so.
Right away. I can't wait, because it sounds like a really, really, really great book. It's funny you're talking about, also DJs, because I interviewed a lot of DJs, and people who even creating electronic music, and a lot of them come from graphic design. It's kind of very interesting. I mean, there must be a very strong connection between graphic designer and electronic music, and definitely I think it's going for the best, as long as you are around, my dear Nicole. So, my dear Nicole, also there would be a wonderful gala of the ADC Young Awards on September 22nd in New York.
That's correct.
People can purchase tickets, and I believe also make a donation to support this great organization. And people can buy tickets, I believe, on Eventbrite, right?
Yes, please all buy tickets. It's going to be a fantastic lineup. We have Nonotalk performing, Japanese artists from Paris. We have Ezra Miller performing, who is a very up-and-coming visual artist, very technology-based, but amazing. And Brooklyn-based DJ Christine Renee. I'm sure you guys heard of her before. They're all part of the Day for Night festival lineup that is happening in Houston this winter. So we are very fortunate to call all of them young guns, and they're all going to be performing. So it's going to be a very experimental, beautiful evening. That is not just an award ceremony, but we are really producing the shit out of it. It's going to be amazing.
Wow, I can wait. Well, definitely you will see me on the first row on that day.
Yeah,
so
man.
If you see a crazy guy saying, bravo, 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 that would be me. Okay?
Okay, that sounds good. I love that.
In the second row, you will see my family.
Good. I love them too.
I can't wait. They can wait to meet you, that's for sure. So, ladies and gentlemen, I had the pleasure to have over the phone today the super talented Nicole Jacek. It's spelled Jacek. So in Germany they say Jacek. But,
man, you're good.
Yeah, I know you like the way American are pronouncing it, Nicole Jacek. What is good with American is that because I'm from France, you know, so what is good with American is that even when you have a not a very sensual name in from Europe, when they pronounce it with the American accent, it sounds right away very good, you know?
Yeah, I sound amazing. I sound like a rock star if they pronounce me in English. Sounds like so much better.
The city I was born near Paris, in French, is Brou-sur-Chantereine. Like,
okay.
It's horrible. There is a bakery store there. There's nothing else. And a hospital. That's all. And a school, maybe. That's all.
And it sounds like my little village. That's good.
And the city was so small that it didn't even qualify to be on Google Maps.
Are you serious? You beat me. You win.
It's very, very small. But when the Americans, they're saying that name, they say, oh, Brou-sur-Chantereine. You know, so it sounds right away, you know, very sexy. And I'm like, no.
Everything sounds amazing all of a sudden, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, so
I like, love the Americans.
When they say Brou-sur-Chantereine, I'm like, no, that's not the same city I grew up in. So, once again, ladies and gentlemen, I had the pleasure to have the super talented Nicole Jacek, who is a fantastic award-winning graphic designer who is definitely taking the ADC Young Award and the ADC Young Guns to the next level. Definitely go to buy their book. Go to check out the website of the ADC Young Guns. And definitely, most importantly, come on September 22nd to the gala where there is a phenomenal lineup, and you can purchase the ticket on Eventbrite. Thank you so much, my dear Nicole, and the doors of the show are open 24/7 to you.